Yep.
Sweet. What's up, everybody? This is Cape Comet signing in. Sorry I haven't been able to compensate. My boss was sick today, so I've had to run the store, and instead of just getting up
What's up with that?
Yeah, I know, it sucks. Yeah, instead of getting off at 7, I had, and like being able to play, I had to kind of juggle running a store while playing in a tournament. Thankfully, I'm a terrible player, and so I was able to like get knocked out pretty early and was able to go back to work. But yeah, it was, I'll cry at home.
Yes, you will. What?
Shut up, Sateto. Anyhow, so for this next match, it's losers finals, right?
Correct.
Oh, thank God for stuff.
Yeah, so losers finals between Lada and Halestorm. Halestorm, the first time that I met him was actually last Saturday. We had a bit of a smash fest at his house that I'd never met him before, and was just kind of like, oh, well, this should be fun. Let's see how things go. Tim was there, as well as a couple of other players, including Fable, a couple of newer players as well, and myself. And Halestorm is a ridiculously good player. At least as far as I've seen. I know that there are a few of you, 2 Johns, who have a tendency to question my judgment on how good a player is, but Halestorm's been able to make it to losers finals pretty handily, beating a lot of really big names along the way, if I'm correct.
Yep. Took out logos and winners.
Yeah, so, a lot of taking the first stock. 2 Johns, I just give you a hard time. Like, you're keeping me honest, which is good. Let's see. How well did he do against Logos? I wasn't able to watch that match.
I believe
Here you go, man.
most games were pretty close, but then there was one game where he just like
Destroyed him?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their character that they don't do as well against.
Yep.
Halestorm was actually telling me earlier about how he was kind of nervous about playing Lada, because I mean his Samus game isn't exactly on point, regardless of the fact that
Whose
like,
Samus game is on point though? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I know, right? Maybe Bill Nye's. JK.
JK.
If we get somebody as good as Plup in our area,
Yeah.
like that would be fantastic. I mean, I'm in all honesty, like I haven't quite given up on my my melee prowess, or like hopeful melee prowess, but I'm still hopeful to get there. But I've definitely relegated myself to more of a Smash 4 player, despite melee being the better game. I'm not a fan of carpal tunnels. Yeah, nobody in Utah is nearly as good as Plup.
You got the main box though.
Yep, it's fantastic. That's why I made Samus. So, back to the match. We've got Lada doing a pretty good job of racking up percentage on Halestorm, though, I don't know, Lada taking the second stock with a fast nair. I love that move, being a Samus main myself. But,
Did that charge shot trade with down air?
I think it just did, actually. It's kind of awesome.
Man, it's so disappointing when a charge shot just disappears.
Yeah, it really is. Like, for Samus players, it is the absolute worst thing that can possibly happen, because once you have that charge shot lined up,
you spend so much time
yeah,
charging,
you
right?
spend so much time like getting that put together that like when it just disappears on you because your opponent like interrupts you in the middle of shooting it, like you've just wasted all that time. That's a kill move that you don't have. It's just an option gone, and Samus players are all about options.
Yep.
So,
A simple down air to nair takes that stock.
Ooh.
Oh, good read.
Ooh, yeah, very good. Fantastic. Lada with the nair. That nair is so good against Peach.
Yeah, that was a good setup right there.
Like, it trades with everything that Peach has, and it does a pretty good job. Personally, I feel that the Peach versus Samus matchup is pretty much geared in Peach's favor for being the better aerialist.
Ooh,
But,
point blank charge shot.
That was a decent amount of disrespect.
Yeah.
I always love it when Samus gets like a decent hit off with her dare. It's such a satisfying noise. Oh, and that trade could have cost Lada the stock. Lada being a fantastic aerialist with his Samus. Like even Bill Nye's not nearly as good. I want to say. Lada definitely knows what he's doing with this character. Ooh! And a nair for the win.
God, I was so close to beating this guy.
Dude, why didn't you bust out your fox? It would have been
My
easy.
hand hurts.
It would have been so easy.
Yeah, I'd say so, Tuesday. Sheik's, like, the thing that Sheik has on Samus is a much better aerial game. Not to mention, Puff versus Samus. Samus is able to, there's a decent amount of stuff going on between the two. I've always found that, like, Puff versus Samus isn't favorable, but it's not nearly as unfavorable as, like, Peach versus Samus. Because it, like, trying to get through those turnips is a nightmare, especially with the bomb jumps and how the turnips are just so good at interrupting those. If you're able to get past the Fox, it depends on the Fox player. Like, I've played against guys who just get scared of the fact that you're playing Samus and think that, like, you are never going to be able to kill Samus. But then there are other Foxes that, like, remember that you can just shine spike the crap out of her and kill her. Like, this is a true fact. You want to beat a Samus, learn how to shine spike her. Yeah. The turnips. The turnips do. It's so hard to, in my experience, having played Samus, I mean, I can't do a lot of the super advanced tech that Lada is able to, and my reads aren't nearly as good, but those turnips, after a certain point, those turnips are just a nightmare to try to get through. Two Johns, it's the turnips and that down smash. Like, that down smash oftentimes will throw you off stage backwards and you're not able to use the tether when you're backwards. There's just a lot of things that add up. And it's funny because it's just all little things too. Except for those turnips. These things are a nightmare to try to get through. Just look up a match.
Ooh. Smash missile.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say exactly that, Tuesday. Like, the turnips, most turnips just beat smash missiles, and, like, Peach is able to just float out there for as long as she wants. Ooh, that was a weird hitbox on that up B. I've gotten that one before and actually spiked a guy with it, which was really odd. So I think it would be interesting to do more research on it, but I don't know how often one would be able to pull it off, you know? Yeah, but if you watch the match, you'll notice that Lada's not able to cover Peach nearly as well with those missiles. And that's one of Samus's greatest strengths, is those smash missiles. Not to mention, you notice there how Lada was turned backwards. When he's backwards off stage, he has no ability to use his tether for recovery, and that just loosens his options. Ooh, that was fantastic. This is one of the reasons why I love watching Lada play Samus, because you just get to see everything done right.
Simple forward throw.
That forward throw is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's her best throw, I think.
I would say so.
Unless you're playing against fast followers and you up throw chain grab.
Interesting attempt at a read, didn't quite make it. But he wasn't punished too bad for it. I guess that's true. Yeah, the down throw is a DI trap, but ooh, good forward tilt. Fantastic forward tilt, but I'd say Halestorm is still up, you know, a good percentage of a stock.
Back throw is decent for Peach.
What, me?
No, Tuesday said all her throws are good.
What does that back throw do again?
It just kind of like bumps him out a little bit.
This is Caped Comet, as well as John, or what was your tag again? Or do you just go by John?
Inquisitive.
Yeah, Inquisitive and Caped Comet. You can find me on the standings, apparently. I'm like 197th in the state of Utah.
Oh, Frying Pan pops him up.
And Halestorm's super good with those turnips. Yeah, I'd say that's true. attempting a lot more missile coverage this portion of the match. Whew, nice bear.
Yeah,
He got the tech.
He has a small little comeback coming right now. Oh, good power shield.
Oh, I've seen, like, Halestorm's power shield is... Oh! That read was fantastic. And he's got the charge shot.
And the back.
That charge
air.
shot is actually incredibly good versus Peach because...
Oh, and he gets
because
him with the
of
charge
that.
shot.
Because of that. Like, there's only so many... Yeah. There's only so many options that Peach has once that charge shot is out there.
All right, let's see how much extra credit he can get.
Yeah. Or as X like to call it, money in the bank. Oh, and that nair. That is a nair, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Whew. Another thing that makes this matchup difficult is you don't have access, because of Peach's floating, you don't have access to a lot of your down smash or your down tilt, which are incredibly powerful, or like they're like Samus's bread and butter. Like she's pretty similar to Peach in that like a lot of her game is crouch canceling into...
Oh, power shield, charge shot.
Yeah, a lot of Samus's game is crouch canceling into those more powerful moves like her up, her down tilt and her down smash. I love seeing just a random turnabout there, and that is the game with a fantastic read.
All right, Lada makes the comeback. And this is how you know it's a Samus Peach matchup. It's almost a 6-minute match right there.
I know, right? Not to mention, like, they're both in, like, the 150% by the time the match is over. It's fantastic. It's almost as bad as watching, like, what, Peach Dittos?
Nothing's as bad as watching Peach Dittos, but...
Puff Dittos?
Okay, that could be pretty bad, too.
Like, that's, like, what, 8 minutes of nothing happening? Lada really in the groove. Like once he gets a few games against somebody, I've noticed that he's really good at reading the player afterwards. Ooh, I love how some of those...
fairs through the missile. Nice.
You know, I used to think that Samus's fair was total crap until Bill Nye like told me otherwise, and then I started watching a lot more of Lada play, and I just noticed how good that fair is for racking up percentage.
Like, just interrupting things.
Yeah, it's like Samus is good or Samus is viable against a lot of these characters just based off of the fact that she's able to just interrupt a lot of combos. Ooh, and right here, this is an example of what I was talking about, where Lada's options were relegated to only that bomb jump into up B, whereas otherwise he could have used the tether. And so like reducing options is like the #1 way to beat Samus, in all honesty. As soon as you take away options, Samus's game like just goes down the drain. But of course, you have to know how to take away those options. And good Samus players know how to keep their options open. That's why you always see guys like Plup. He will always get into the habit of charging up that charge shot as soon as he possibly can, because it gives him an additional option. Like there's more ways than just the smash missiles and smash attacks to KO, because you have that charge shot as well. And there's also a bit of a scare factor there, because that charge shot is really intimidating. Nobody wants to get hit by it. Am I right? Like, I just remember I remember the salty sweet between Hugs and Plup, and just how many times Plup just charge shotted Hugs. It was such a disrespect move. It was fantastic.
I feel like the threat
punish
of the charge shot is actually more important than the damage and the knockback
exactly.
of the charge shot.
Exactly.
Oh, good meteor cancel
nice. That was nothing short of beautiful.
Lada's still able to finish off that stock though.
Oh man, I like that right there.
Rising grapple. Nice.
I love, like, as a Samus player myself, I love watching Lada play because he just makes Samus look so graceful. Looks
like Rogueway is taking Dr. Phantasma's duties as Stream monster right now. Oh, that down smash.
I love, like, this matchup is so much fun for me to watch because I hate Peach with a passion.
Oh, with the bomb too.
Didn't even get, like, she still has the bomb. Oh, this is so funny. Let's see who can make better use of their bombs.
Oh.
Oh, just throws
Misses it with the bomb.
That almost got him too. He almost got hit by his own bomb. And a bit of a reaction out of Halestorm when that bomb went past him. What was that tennis racket? It just like bounced out and I just saw Lada like wave backwards. Oh, that bear is so satisfying. Sorry guys, I'm kind of like, and that is why you need the charge shot. I mean, among a lot of other reasons, but like, you know, you guys know what I mean.
Just throws away that charge shot.
Because he knows he can just put it out again. Ooh. But it flips him around, so he's got the tether as an option. Takes it.
Okay, he has no tether again.
Now he's got the tether back.
Yep.
So he's going to go for the tether this time. Unless there's a better option, which it looks like there is. Whew. Lada doing a fantastic job of staying out of that down smash this time around. Oh, those missiles are just...
Oh, that's going to do it.
Yeah, there's no way.
We're still living. Oh, gets turned around.
Yeah, but he's got the nair. All it takes is one good hard read. One good read out of Lada, and this match is over. And
that's it.
That is it. Lada takes the match 3-0.
Yep. So Lada gets to get a rematch versus Calm Master.
Calm Master, like, that's not a familiar name to me. Like, is he new?